Hey, my balloon babes. We are going to start out with some Lincoln balloons today. Size 6-inch, but we're going to shape them to a 5-inch. And we are going to tie a total of 8 5-inch Lincoln balloons together. Okay, now that we have our 8 balloons tied together, we're going to close them out at the end to create a circular shape. And we're going to make a total of 3 of these, 3 rings. Okay. The next step is to create the same size. We're going to connect 8 5-inch Lincoln balloons together, and we're going to have a total of 2 of those. We do not want to close them out to make a circular motion. Now we're going to take 2 Lincoln balloons and tie them together. And once we tie those together, we're going to have a 2.5-inch balloon. Okay, we are going to tie that 2.5-inch balloon to the ends of our pair that we created. So we are going to create a total of 4 of these. Next step is to create a 2.5-inch pair. So we're going to blow our balloon up to 2.5 inches. We are going to twist this in the middle. We're going to grab the tail, wrap it around, and tie it. Okay. So being that the balloon is so small, we don't need to use 2 separate balloons. We can just use one to create that pair. And we're going to need a total of 26 of these. Okay, so now we are going to take our first layer and we're going to take our second layer and we're going to cross them on top of each other. Okay, and you want to do it evenly. So it should be 4 balloons on each side, and we're just going to roll them over each other so it's secured in the middle like a cross. Now you want to take your pair and you just want to connect it to the middle so it's more secured. You just want to slide it in the middle here, and then you just want to wrap it around and you want to give that pair a twist so it's super secured. And then you want to have one on top and one at the bottom. Okay, next step, you want to grab the first linking set, circle linking set that we put together. You want to lay it on top of the flat one, and you want to grab one of the sides and you want to bring it up and add a pair to where the balloons are touching. Okay, you just want to add it right in the creases so it's secured, and you just want to slide it in and turn that pair, twist the pair so it's secured. And we are going to do this with all 4 sides. Okay, so now we are on our next side. You want to count over 2 balloons, and you want to do exactly the same thing that you did with the first side. So you just want to push it up in the crease of that balloon, and you want to grab a pair and add it in there and twist it so it's secured. Okay, so now that you have all of your sides up and they look kind of floaty, this is what your pair should look like once you added them inside. Okay. The next step, we're going to grab our a second circle that we created, and we're going to add that as the second layer, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the first one. Okay. And when you are adding the pairs to the second layer, you want to make sure that one of the pairs is in the front and one is in the back. Okay, and you want to do that with all 4 sides. Okay, now we are going to add our last layer. Okay, and we are going to do the exact same thing. It's a very much similar, very much similar. So you're just doing this until we get these all connected with the pairs. And the only difference is we're going to add that pair in, and we're going to push that top balloon to the middle. So it's like laying flat. Okay, so if you got this far, congratulations. So now you see that the pairs are up and down to make sure that the top is flat. Next step, you want to grab our pair of 4 that we created, and you just want to slide that in the sides, and you just want to push it in, bring it around, and then bring it back up. Okay, and you're going to do this with the top and the bottom. Okay, so now you want to grab that middle piece, and you just want to kind of pull it together and add a pair in, and just tie it around so it's secured in the middle as well. Okay, now so we're going to grab another pair, and we are going to add that to the top, and it's going to be a total of 3 in the corner. Okay, so you want one to be facing down, so you would have 2 at the top and then 1 at the bottom. Okay, like that. And you also want to do the exact same thing to the bottom, and we are going to do that same process with each corner. Okay. Okay, so once you got each corner properly placed, this is what it should look like. And now we have to move back to the top. Okay, you should have a perfect square. All right, so now we are at the top, and what we are going to do is just tie the Lincoln balloons together. And you want to make sure you're pulling snug so they're close together and not leave any gaps. Okay, so we're going to grab our last pair and we are going to squeeze that right in the side of one of the balloons, and we are just going to bring it up right in the middle, and we're going to twist it, and then we're going to put one at the top and one at the bottom. Next step, you want to take 6 260s. You want to add some air. You do not want to blow them up all the way to the bottom. You just want to leave some out, maybe about 4 fingers. Okay, so we're going to take our 260 and we're going to tie them at the end. And we're going to do this with a total of 2, and we're going to tie the 2 together. Once you have your first pair tied together, you should have a total of 3 of these. Okay, now you want to take your 260 and you just want to kind of squeeze it a little bit, not too hard, and you just want to pull it through the balloons so we can get it in the middle. And once you get them in the middle, you just want to decorate it how you want to decorate it. Okay, so just keep pulling until you see that the middle of the 260 is meeting with the middle of your balloon box, and then just pull them up. Next, you can literally just push the 260s down and just twist them around and it'll stay. So honestly, this top part is totally up to you. You can decorate the top part how you want it. But for me, I just pushed them down in the middle and just gave them a couple twists, and it forms into a smaller bow. And we are all done putting our balloon gift together. And if you got this far, congratulations on your balloon journey.